Have you ever felt like you're just not ready yet? That you need to learn more, earn more, or be more before you start putting yourself out there? Trust me, I've been in those shoes. What if I told you that the biggest barrier to your success isn't your knowledge or your resources, it's the fear of getting started? Today, I will share with you the 4 simple shifts that helped me to gain confidence, build a 6-figure income, and break free from that fear. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Let me take you back to 2019. That's when I started my entrepreneurial journey and I began putting myself out there. As I stepped into this new world, I had a lot of doubts that were holding me back. The first one was, I don't know enough to start. When I launched my podcast, I didn't know how to interview people, how to edit audio, how to set up that correctly. I was so rigid in the beginning, sticking to pre-written scripts and really afraid to make mistakes. It definitely was not a smooth journey. This one time I even forgot to use the correct microphone, so later I had to pay an audio engineer $100 to fix it. That was before all of the AI tools existed. Let me show you some of the bloopers and outtakes that I experienced.
Is this a test?
No.
Oh, this is a test. This is not a test. It's recording.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. My heart rate just like, it's game time. I've started a few companies of my own in the past of varying degrees of success, but also with Pitch Drive on a weekly.
Agnes,
Yeah, I know.
let's breathe.
But yeah.
Do you know any good breathing exercises?
You didn't listen to my new podcast, huh? Today I have with me Cody Reed Dodick. He's from New York and he owns a coffee shop in New York. He's the founder and CEO of The Next Web, which has with over
Yeah, we're doing well.
Okay, take 2.
Awesome. Good job. You did great.
I made so many mistakes and I pressed publish anyway. Here's the thing, it's so easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you just need to read one more book or take one more course before you feel secure. If you let that insecurity take over, it will become an endless cycle of learning and learning without you actually ever putting yourself out there. And trust me, I've been there. Here's a piece of advice that I received from an 8-figure business owner who coaches people on stage. You don't overcome insecurity by simply waiting for it to go away. You overcome it by simply ignoring it. Today, I still have a lot of moments where I think I need to learn more, especially in this fast-changing world of technology where there's always something new to learn. And you know what? The more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. And it's a vicious cycle that will keep you stuck if you let it. The drive to learn more never fully disappears, and you don't need to know everything before you start putting yourself or your business out there. No course, no book, no amount of preparation will teach you as much as actually doing it. Another thought that was keeping me stuck is everything important has already been said. I used to think that if someone put out content on a particular topic, then my voice didn't matter. Maybe you've seen it yourself. Someone posts a particular quote on LinkedIn and it barely gets any engagement. And then someone with 100,000 followers posts the same quote and the engagement goes through the roof. Why is that? Because they've built an audience. And you know what? Everyone has their own perspective of explaining things. You might hear the same idea 5 times and it's the 6th time that really clicks for you. It's so easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to big name entrepreneurs like Alex Hormozi, Gary Vee, or Grant Cardone and to feel like their success is out of reach. But their journey didn't start out with 1 million followers or massive success. It started out with the first post or phone call, just like yours will. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So don't get lost staring at the finish line. Focus on taking the first step. It doesn't matter if someone else said it before. What matters is that you say it in your own words to your own audience and start building from there. Every journey looks different, and yours is just as important. The next one was, one day the perfect opportunity will appear out of nowhere. In the past, I found myself waiting for this elusive break, hoping someone would stumble upon my talent. But opportunities aren't found, they're created. Think about it. How can anyone notice your skill if they're not even aware of what you bring to the table? This is why having some sort of online presence, whether that's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, can be crucial. If you want more inbound opportunities, you have to make yourself known. The more you'll engage with your community, the more you'll see that these exciting opportunities will come your way. Let me give you a real life example. When I launched my podcast while I was living in Amsterdam and I had interviewed the first 10 guests from the startup ecosystem, I took a bold move. I reached out to the Amsterdam municipality and wanted to convince them to get on as a sponsor. And at that time, it didn't work out, but I put myself on their radar and they started paying attention to my progress. And guess what happened a few months later? I received a phone call and I was asked to be a moderator at a conference, which was a very exciting opportunity for me. Here's a sneak peek for you.
Hi, I'm Niels.
My name is Max.
My name is Alexandra.
I'm Agnes, and I'm gonna be one of your moderators.
Allow me to welcome you to the very first edition of Product Up Conference.
I'm super excited to learn from today's leaders and entrepreneurs.
And we're going to have an amazing 2 days. See you there.
Showing the world what you're passionate about is like positioning yourself for that important phone call to come. Don't sit back and wait for that perfect moment to come. Create it yourself. And the last one is, I'm too far from my goal to celebrate now. Let's face it, whatever you're going to start is likely going to be tougher than you expected. There will be more challenges than you anticipated, and the timeline might stretch longer than you'd like. That's why it's crucial to celebrate every small win along the way. Did you hit publish on your first post? Did you wrap up your first video? Celebrate it. Each time you'll take a moment to acknowledge your progress, you will reinforce that belief that you are capable of achieving remarkable things. These small victories are building blocks that will create the momentum that you'll need to tackle even bigger goals. If you skip celebrating the little milestones, you won't celebrate the big ones either, as there are always bigger fish to fry. Recognizing your progress will fuel your motivation, especially when things get hard. In closing, remember that overcoming that fear of starting is truly a journey of self-discovery and growth. It's about challenging these limiting beliefs that tell you what you can and cannot do, and focus on who you are becoming in the process. As Tony Robbins said, the only thing that's standing between you and your goal is a story you keep telling yourself. If this video resonated with you, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to share it with someone who needs to hear this message too. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's one step that you're taking towards your goal? I'll catch you in the next video.